We're sitting here in Fontana Lodge. I'm going over to the restaurant to meet some hikers about taking them back to the Hilton, and I run into somebody that I met early before she hiked her first day.
Yep.
In fact, at Blood Mountain Cabins, and came over with your dog and your boyfriend and introduced yourself and told us about yourself. And I know you've changed names since that first day. So just tell me a little bit about what you're going by now and just whatever you want to share with us.
Okay, well, my formal name is Sonia, and I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. And now I'm bear bait because I made the mistake of sleeping with my food one night. There was a little bite taken out of my bagel, so they said I was the bear bait. And it was a rough start for me. I pulled an important muscle on my first day on the approach trail, but I'm healed up as of Franklin. I haven't really been in pain, so that's been nice because the first part of the hike was a bit rough.
And you had your dog with you when you started.
I did. I was hoping to make it to knock with her, but I found out taking care of myself was enough responsibility. So she's been back in Asheville, apparently just taking it easy while I'm hiking.
Yeah, and your boyfriend was with you when we saw you at Blood Mountain Cabins, and you just told me he's coming to meet you or here?
He is. He's meeting me here tonight. He's going to do as many sections for me as possible, and then, you know, he goes back to real life, and I keep walking.
I hear you. How many miles did you walk into here? Where'd you start from yesterday, or when you got here today, or whatever?
Yesterday, I hiked from Locust Gap to here, so it was actually my biggest day yesterday. I walked 17.2 miles.
Wow.
So.
Congratulations. Congratulations, gal. You're kicking butt. You may get a 20 in the Smokies.
Maybe. I've kind of planned out the Smokies. Right now, it looks like about 16 is going to be my biggest, but...
Is that on the after Newfound Gap?
Yeah, actually passing by a Newfound Gap. That's where my boyfriend's going to jump off, and that day will be a 15 for me, I think, and then I have another 15 calculated in there.
Yeah.
But, you know, things don't always go by plan,
well,
so...
That's the easiest part of the Smokies. None of them's easy, but more of that is downhill and is not much uphill. I know when my wife hiked in 2014, that was her first 20-mile day in the Smokies down in there, so you might do more than you think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've heard sometimes you get bumped from shelters if they
That's
get
right.
full.
That's
so,
right.
You know, my plan is just a framework, and as it always is, I am hoping to meet some friends in Hot Springs next weekend. So,
Now, isn't there another bear bait on YouTube this year?
I don't know. Maybe.
I want to think now. I just come into my mind when you said that. I think there's a lady. I got to go back and check when I get to the room later tonight.
Hopefully the bears get her first.
Yeah, maybe they get her first. You know, it's interesting because back in 2016, you may find this funny, that when we were hiking with some people that we met, and they all summited together in 2016, his name was Two Socks. And that when we were at Hiwazi, they found out there was a Two Socks behind him. And I said, how rare to have two socks on two times. And they said, well, maybe we'll send somebody down here to kill him so he can have two socks. So maybe we'll get a bear to eat the other bear bait.
Well, my buddy Noodle is behind me, and there's apparently another Noodle on the trail.
There is.
So when we were signing posters, he was signing it, the real Noodle.
The real Noodle. I like that. And then maybe you'll just have to start the real bear bait.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Because you may get attacked, and it may be really one coming to your life.
I'm fine with being the fake bear bait.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably a lot smarter than my suggestion. Has everything in the last few days really seemed to be clicking for you then?
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting my stride now that I'm healed. I'm feeling best. The best stretch for me has been Franklin to here.
If you had to start over today, and for some strange reason, and you had to go back and start, what would be the major difference you starting today versus the day you really started?
I may have delayed one more day and not started on that super rainy, soggy day, just because I felt like the weather, I mean, not that you can avoid rain, but I feel like the weather really played into my injury, especially on that approach trail being pretty steep and, you know, not easy footing. So
That's why I try to talk people into not doing the approach trail. You know, I've seen people get injured and taken off the trail on the first day on the approach trail.
Oh, I had to, well, I say zero the second day, but my boyfriend says Nero. He said, you walk down to Springer parking lot from the shelter, that's a Nero.
That's right, he's right, he's
So,
right.
I mean, I was off the trail second day, and it felt like a defeat. It really did. It was really disheartening to have to do that. And then I slack packed my third day. But I didn't, it was what I had to do to be able to continue on.
Absolutely. What do you think about this place?
This place is nice.
Real nice.
Yep.
Especially for the room rates, $79 a night's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty nice and you know, being able to split that up helps too.
And if you were here a little later in the year, it would be nicer because there's another restaurant right out front where you're looking straight ahead. Wildwood. And got really good food. And there's just a lot more activity. The store's open later in the year. The book's got that wrong. Somebody watching a video, and hopefully I'll put this up pretty quick. The store is not open. The book says it's open on the 10th of March. That was a misprint.
Yeah.
It opens in April. 1st of April probably is when the thing's going to open. The store's going to open.
I'm just glad the laundromat's open.
Yeah, it's open. Open all year long.
That's really important.
And actually, I just went, and I'm going to just say it for informational purposes, down at the Visitor Center, which is right past the shelter, the Hilton. They got the showers and the bathrooms open down there, and they really, really are nice showers and bathrooms. Yeah. So if somebody is seeing this, you're getting close to the Hilton, don't shower at that first bathroom at the Hilton. Go a little bit further down the hill. You'll get a really, really nice shower.
Oh, see, I thought they opened those showers later. So.
They did. And I went down there a while ago, and they had cleaned them, and they said they opened them. He didn't say why. They said they'll be open for the rest of the year.
Oh, cool.
So we'll get that information out there as best we can. Maybe y'all start passing it on the trail, because I know it's faster information on the trail than any video will ever be. Seems like y'all get information from the sky. I don't know where.
I don't know. It's easier to, I think, to pass it up
forward
the trail than
backwards.
Back the trail. I mean, nobody's really hiking backwards, or
no
rarely
south.
are they hiking backwards.
Waiting for those southbounders.
Yeah, waiting for those southbounders or flip-floppers that'll come down later in the year. So again, I've been asking two different questions. I'm going to ask you the same thing. If you had to tell somebody, give them one piece of advice that's going to hike next year from what you've learned just in your first almost 200 miles, what would that piece of advice be?
Oh, if you have any issue, whether it be blisters or chafing or an injury, or if you just went to the bathroom, adjust your underwear properly, because you don't want to be picking that wedgie for the next mountain. I mean, take care of yourself, stop, and do what you need to do, because anything that's discomforting to you is going to continue to be discomforting until you take care of yourself.
Good information. First time anybody's ever said it that way. Probably get a lot of good comments on this one, and I'm glad. That's what I'm all about, the comments. One other real quick question I've been asking lately. It's just kind of a game to me, trying to compare what people's thoughts are. If you're hiking out tomorrow, tomorrow night about this time, if a helicopter could fly over you and drop you any food in the world, what would it be?
In the world?
Anywhere in the world, any piece of food, what would you want them to drop?
Can I have a whole meal?
Yeah.
I would like some vegetarian lasagna with chocolate truffle cake for dessert.
Okay, guys, if you're listening and you know a helicopter driver and you know somebody that can get that meal for her, she'll be right up the hill about 10 miles, and make sure you put a name on it. It'd be for a bear bait. And let's see if we can get that drop to her. Don't look too forward to it, but we'll think about it. Thank you for having a good time with us. And do you want to say hello to anybody before we cut it off?
Yes, hello to my mom, my dad, my brother, and of course my boyfriend, TJ. Good
deal. Thank you again for taking a minute to be with us. God bless every step between here and Katahdin, and hope we see you again up the trail.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I finally caught a couple that we saw back in Hawaii over at Malls one night when we had helping Kim get over there, and they're at the finest shelter south of the Smokies. They're at the Hilton tonight, and I don't know if the Wi-Fi, is the charging system working here? Do you know?
One of them is working. The other one doesn't seem.
The other one doesn't seem to work. What about the shower? Have either one of y'all went up to the shower?
I know it works. We haven't used it.
Clean.
Okay.
I haven't figured a way how to dry myself off effectively.
Bandana.
I got.
It's cleaner than approving.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's not much cleaner, but it's
Yeah.
clean. And then the times I've been here before, the first person got hot water and the rest of them got cold water.
Oh, that's
So-
Well, they got the
trick.
showers down at the visitor center. I went down.
Oh, is it open?
I was down there this morning charging her phone, and there was a dude cleaning the bathroom. So I keep telling them if they're cleaning them.
It must be open. They're getting ready to open some of that up, but normally they're not open this time of the year. But they are really clean showers if they're
I
open.
walked
Yeah,
in there,
Yes, very nice.
and they
Very
I
nice.
was impressed.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I may go back up there now that you tell me that so I can find out. And then maybe when I come back, I'm not going to walk down this hill
Yeah.
to tell you, but I'll blow the horn or we'll telegraph.
Okay, that'd be
We'll come up with a signal
There you
that
go.
you'll know if it's really working. Guys, I hadn't seen y'all since Malls over at Dix Creek.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about what's been going on with y'all. I've watched your videos, so I know a little bit, but tell those.
Well, we pretty much conquered Redneck's heel issue with the inserts that we got at Outdoor 76.
That helped a lot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that helped a lot.
The sole inserts, so they really work. You know, now she just has the normal aches and pains. So
Sure.
I still
she's got to find something else to.
Well, it moves around.
yeah.
The X is going to move
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Well, she got some blisters on the back of her heels now.
Okay.
That she's just drying out right now.
From the big uphills, yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Her
that's
cold's
good.
all better.
What about your cold? That's what I was more
Yeah,
concerned.
it's better. We stayed that night and it just kind of cleared up. You know, it just ran its course.
Right.
It was just one of those viruses. And
Yeah, I was more
But it's all
paranoid
better
than
now.
she was. She
Yeah, I
wanted to
bet.
keep soldier on, and
I
said,
bet.
Nah.
I bet
The
so.
other night, yeah, so we got most of the, I guess, the rookie elements out of the way.
Yeah.
And now she's about, I'd say, 75%. 3/4 of the day, she's kicking my butt. I can't even keep up with her. And then, you know, the last quarter of the day, well, that's when
You kind of get close, you can see her. Catch up enough to see her.
especially if they throw a couple hills away.
It's on purpose.
It's funny how they throw those hills in the wrong places.
I know it.
Oh, I know. They pop up all over the place. That's all I'm complaining about in my videos. So, you know, we think we got a straight downhill from point A to point B, and then we're like,
And then I know you've seen some false summits.
oh, plenty of them.
Yeah.
I don't even,
And you-
we were just talking to a fellow in there, and you don't even really look up anymore, you know.
You just look down at your feet.
Look down the feet,
Keep
'cause
from
it's
tripping.
easier that
Keep going,
way.
yeah.
I know I can make that step.
Sure.
I look up that far and get too depressed. So.
And I know you've already figured the book lies a little bit when it says you're
Oh,
almost.
that
Weatherman lies too.
Weatherman.
Oh, weatherman lies all the time. I mean, they just picking at you when they say it's going to be pretty.
Oh yeah.
And then you realize you just kind of quit cutting that on. Just walk when you can walk.
Yeah.
And stop when you can stop or when you have to stop, you know. Tell them again about your channel in case somebody's watching my channel that hadn't went over and started checking y'all's out.
Sure, it's JERZEE Redneck Adventures, and you know we're just trying to bring. Everybody brings. We're not too artsy fartsy, but we just try and bring up more of the harder, difficult stuff, which is a little bit more challenging to film. I got that little GoPro, so I get yelled at half the time because she said, "Put it away, put it away." But
You did a good job. Let me just first of all say between telephone and NOC, that was some amazing footage. Yeah, that's tough in there.
yeah,
You
well, I
don't
have to get
usually-
far enough ahead of her, or otherwise, you know, or I just don't tell her it's on.
Yeah.
She might hear the beep go beep beep.
Yeah.
But yes, that's my slice of this whole thing. I know that like Artemis does a great job.
Yeah, yeah.
And the folks that take the time to set up shots and stuff. I just,
Well, see, that's what Dudley and them do.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
can't
being him
do
at night. He stays up to midnight every night editing this stuff. I just told him, I said, man, I would think this is going to get old, Dudley. I don't think I could do this, you know?
I'm putting clips together, and I can't remember. I see the beginning of it, and I just put it on the app, and I go to the next clip, and hopefully I didn't curse in any of them.
Hey, it's coming out good, really. I mean, you're doing a good job. I thought you were spending more time with it than you're doing.
I mean, I put, not that much time.
Okay.
Not anymore. Especially
Okay.
when I'm loading them, because finding an opportunity to load is, when we're got Wi-Fi, because all of a sudden 5 videos will
Right,
show up.
right,
And
right.
It'll be nothing.
Are y'all getting off at Gatlinburg, or y'all going in, or now y'all going all the way through?
No, we're going to try and push through. And
Okay.
today is the one reason why we wanted to, made that decision, taking the extra. This is a total zero today.
And some of the people coming behind us, if you put this out and they get it, it's a beautiful area, but don't plan to resupply here.
Yeah,
because
I tell everybody. If
You
you
know
only
that
have
stop was
if
closed.
you only have one resupply on the whole Appalachian Trail, it's Fontana Village. This is where you need to do it. And I put it on all my videos.
Need
And
to do it here?
no, you don't want to do it here.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to do it here.
Yeah.
And see, the store's not even open.
Right.
The stores, and they put it in the book that it was going to open the 10th.
Right.
They never opened until April the 1st. I don't know why they got it in the book.
Now it's May.
Well, I don't know.
No, they're going to open the store April the 1st.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Now they
it's
don't
not-
open the pit stop. I mean, they don't open the other grill until May,
Okay.
which is the Wild
And
Something
the,
Grill.
And the pit stop is closed on Wednesdays.
That's right.
So
Which
that
was
put us
yesterday,
behind
which was the
today
day we
because-
thought we were going to get some. So.
But we got a ride with Mustard Seed,
Yeah.
who
Steve Claxton.
Steve Claxton.
Claxton,
Nice
right.
Claxton.
Very nice guy.
Very nice guy. He
Took
did
us
the
all the way
trail
to
in
Robbinsville.
16.
Which is Robbinsville.
Right.
And that's what we do. We come up here and find people, and we take them to resupply at Robbinsville, or we catch them at Lonnie's back in Stupid Gas, which I call, and if they stay with us there. That's what we did for Artemis and all the other ones. We resupply them in Robbinsville, and then they've got, then we bring the stuff down here. They don't even carry it down here.
Probably cheaper just doing that than paying
Oh, it's a lot
over
cheaper.
there.
It's a lot cheaper, a lot cheaper. I mean,
would recommend
didn't
that
cost
for-
them anything to do it. And, well, that's good, guys. If you had to tell somebody that's looking at it on my channel today and they're thinking about hiking next year, what's the one piece of advice you'll tell them knowing what you know now?
Well, I guess we're not even, what, a tenth of the way through.
You can't really train for it.
I don't think
You
you
let
can
the-
train
You
for it.
can't train
You let the
for it.
trail train you.
You let the trail train
physically
you.
let the trail
Right.
train.
Mentally,
There's-
though,
There's certain things you can do, like the layering thing is sort of big, and figuring out that because you don't want to go down to your bare skin, you know. So try and figure out that layering a little bit along the way, so you can just peel like a long sleeve right into a short sleeve underneath, and or shorts underneath your pants, and it's much easier and it's time consuming if you got to find a place to change and
The
all that.
big thing is, it's not a race.
that's right.
You know, so many people have already blown their knees out because they're doing
Right.
20-mile days.
Listen to
Yep.
your
They
body.
got to hurry up and get it done.
Right.
If it's turning into a race, you need to rethink what you're doing.
I interviewed a guy the other day and I asked him if he had to be finished by a certain time. He said, as long as it's under 364 days, I'm good.
There you
I
go.
said, hey, I like the answer. I like
The
the
only other
answer.
thing I would say is this. This is a
Don't
big learning
carry
curve
too
here,
much
the food
food.
bag. You can see this sucker.
Yep.
We're going to
You're
go
not gonna
5,
go
6
hungry.
days.
Right. That's the biggest mistake most people make. That's one of the last things they really get nailed in, that they can eat their last Snickers when they go into town.
Yeah.
And that's when you know you've got it dialed in pretty good.
Don't go into Ingles hungry.
No, because they always tell you
You end
to
up with
eat
this.
before you go to Ingles. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but I tell them on our YouTube channel that Sherry learned that in 2014
Yep.
when she thru hiked. All right, guys, I'm not going to keep you any longer. So you're going to spend the night here. You got a nice room here, and I see the maid in there cleaning up y'all's room, I believe, and bringing all the good stuff in there for you to eat tonight.
Price is right.
Hey,
Price is right.
I'm going to ask you something. I've been kind of playing a little game with a question here with the hikers. Tomorrow night, y'all hiking out in the morning. So tomorrow night you're able to hike up. If I can find a helicopter that will drop any food you want to eat tomorrow night, what do you want me to tell them to drop you?
Well, you go first.
No, you go first. You know, I've been
It has to be food.
Anything. Tell me
Okay.
what.
Case of Miller Lite.
A case of Miller Lite. Okay.
I've been really jonesing for some fettuccine Alfredo with grilled chicken and Parmesan cheese. All the Parmesan cheese I can put on it. I did get some of the pasta, but it wasn't the same thing.
All right, guys. So if you're watching this and you know a guy's got a helicopter and you want to buy something, get a case of Miller Lite
Oh yeah.
and get all
I
of
can
what she
trade that
just.
Miller Lite for a whole lot of things.
You're a wheeler and a dealer, guy. You knew the right answer because you know that one bottle of Miller Lite might get you about 5 pounds of food.
Oh, damn right.
All right.
All right.
Thank y'all, guys, and God bless every step between here and Katahdin. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking a minute, man.